the members carrying the zero force, that means zero force member is in the truss shown in the figure. For any load P greater than the zero with no appreciable deformation of the truss, that means with no appreciable change in the angle between the members. Okay, then we need to find out the zero force members here. What is the meaning of the zero force? Where the force produced is zero. Okay, this is the structure they have given, and this is given only for the 1 mark, and this, as soon as you see this picture you may be scared. Why? Here it is not only the big structure, but there is an inclined plane here. Understood? So whenever you have an inclined plane like this, then what happen? You need to find out, there are altogether how many unknowns. Here 2 unknowns, there at E there are 2 unknowns. But see, what is our main concern? To find out the zero force members. Okay, so why I want to find out the reactionary forces? I have 2 laws or 2 principles. What is that? One is, wherever the first principle, okay, the first principle or the first law, what is that? Wherever you have the junction only with 2 members, then the forces in those 2 members will become zero. So is there any such joint here? There is no such joint. Actually here, if you look at this joint A and joint E, there only 2 links are there, but joint A and E are subjected to the external reactionary forces. So whenever I read this first law and the second law, or the first principle or the second principle, whatever you call, what is the main criteria? Okay, there should not be any external force acting at that junction, and also there should not be any reactionary force. So I cannot consider A and E. And what is the second law? Okay, so whenever you have the collinear bars like this is the A, B and then C, then the bar which is it need not be perpendicular, the bar which is having some otherwise, whenever you have the trijunction, that means 3 bars, and 2 of the bars are collinear. Collinear means like this, AB and BC, then the force in the other bar FBD equal to how much? 0, provided there is provided there is no external force or the reactionary forces that are acting at the junction B here. Okay, so according to the second law, you identify such junctions. For example, if you take the junction B, okay, AB and BC are collinear, so that the third one, that is BF is becoming 0. So 0 force members. First one is BF. Okay, so BF. So otherwise FBF, I will write FBF equal to 0. And next junction is at D, so DH. FDH equal to 0. Okay, and the next one is this at the point G. So at the point G, what is happening? This FG and GH are collinear, and this according to this second law, what should happen here? The force in the G and C should become 0. But here we have some problem. What is that? The other end C is connected to some external force. Okay, so sometimes what happen, if you don't have the enough support, then the force in the GC may not become the 0. So whenever you have such type of tricky situation, we cannot simply decide without considering this junction. Okay, to find out whether there is a force in the GC, we need to take this junction like this. Okay, to take the junction like this, then how many forces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forces. Out of 6 forces, at least you should know the 4 forces. Okay, then only you can find out. So we will look at the options first. Okay, what is the option? BF and DH only, already those two become 0, and BF, DH and GC only. Okay, we don't know whether GC is a 0 or not. Okay, that we can see only by taking the junction C. Most of the time, if you have the structure like that, then GC will become 0. Why? Because the FC and the DH will take care about that. But anyway, we don't know that. Assume that we don't know. And if you look at the option C and D, what is happening? BF, DH along with BF, DH and GC. Okay, they are saying that CD and DE also 0. And here in this option, along with the BF, DH, GC, they are saying that FG and GH also 0. Okay, so we need to identify that. For example, FG and GH, if both are 0, then what happens? There is no support at the top. Okay, so that cannot be 0, but that is only because of the observation. Here, what happens when I say that the force in the DH is 0, what happens? When I say the force in the DH is 0, then it is no use of keeping this rod here. So if I remove this, then what happens? The force in the CD will become the FCD will become the FDE. Okay. In the same way, if I say that the force in the FB equal to 0, then there is no use of keeping the rod here. I can remove. Okay, it is not going to change anything. That means here, if I take the junction B, what are the forces? FAB will equal to the FBC. Okay. Okay. And I need to find out the forces here. So now we need to use our techniques, whatever we learned. Since this is the examination, most of the time the examiner go for the standard questions. And here, what are the dimensions that are given? The height is 1 meter and from D to E is 1 meter. So since it is 90 degrees, then here what is the angle? This angle will become the 45 degree. That means the HE is making an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. Okay. And here, if I write the reactionary force, what is the reactionary force at E? The reactionary force at E is like this, perpendicular to this, that is the RE. So how much angle it is making with the horizontal? The reactionary force, why? Because the inclined plane is 45 degrees. If I extend this, okay, this is the 45 degrees and here it is a 90 degrees, so that it will become the 45 degrees here. That means here what is happening? The line HE and RE are collinear, and at this junction, whenever these two lines are collinear, then what happens? Automatically the other, whether it is a horizontal or any line, the force in the other force will become 0. Understood? Just now we have that discussion, right? So I will draw here. For example, if I take the joint E, so at the joint E, what is happening? This is the horizontal FDE. Okay, this is the reactionary force RE. And then on the same line we have the FHE. Okay, on the same line we have since these two are collinear, then what happen? Whenever these two are collinear, FHE will become the RE. If FHE equal to RE, then what happen? FDE equal to 0. When FDE equal to 0, then automatically what happen? FCD will be 0. Understood? So here what is happening? Apart from the DH and BF, DE and CD also becoming 0. So this is the CD and DE, these are also becoming 0. So this is the option. Even though you don't know about the GC, from this you can conclude that the option is C here. Okay, that is how you need to go in the examination. You should not start solving by taking the section method and other things. Okay, you don't go like that. It will become very clumsy. And moreover, whenever the examiner is giving, this much big problem for the 1 mark, that means there should be some more technique there, some twist will be there. So you observe the problem for some 10 seconds or 15 seconds, then you will strike it. It will strike it. Okay. So option is a C here.